or yours, or yours.
You're watching Basement 1F. Up next, Lumpy's got another decade of questionable horror. It's Lumpy's worst of the 90s marathon. Only on Basement 1F, where bad horror feels right.
Well, we're finally out of the 80s. But slap on some hammer pants because it's 1990, a year that unleashed misery, Nightbreed, and arachnophobia. But then there are these other two movies. Troll 2 is a notorious dumpster fire. If you haven't seen it, you've at least heard of it. But since I'm doing double worst movie duty, I brought in Mitch to help out.
Thanks, Lumpy. I hear you roped Sally into the other review.
And thank you for the feed-in. Like Mitch said, I got Scary Sally in the co-pilot share over on Patreon for the other worst movie of 1990, The Suckling. A movie so gross, so depraved, that the description alone would get us thrown off YouTube.
You're exaggerating, but it is a really icky movie.
Patreon's on the screen, so let's roll with Troll 2.
Well, first of all, there are no trolls in this thing. What we got here is a movie slapping another name on top of it for notoriety. And considering the movie they took from was Troll, already a bad indicator. Lumpy?
Huh, I didn't know this was Mitch's worst of. So, the film's about a family of androids who visit a weird town.
Fresh air, country air.
They weren't androids.
Aliens? Look, they're strange as hell, that's all I know.
Nope, they're just weird. It's a family, the Waits, doing some kind of vacation house swap thing. And they head to the town called Nilbog.
Nilbog! It's goblin spelled backwards!
That's the level of writing we're dealing with here, dwellers. Clunky as hell.
Anyway, Joshua, the whiny kid, he starts seeing visions of his dead grandpa Seth. And he just keeps warning Joshua that Nilbog is crawling with goblins.
Stop them, Joshua. You're the only one that can do it.
Grandpa's got issues. Also, he's dead. So, he's got that too. Grandpa's got a lot going on.
Meanwhile, the rest of the family just acts like he's mentally unwell.
I don't like this place. Can we go home?
Don't listen to him,
says the mom about her son to everyone else.
And the locals are shady as hell.
Arnold? Yeah, that's him. He said to meet him in the house that looks like an old church. Okay.
Everyone's offering them weird green food that looks like Muckhaven runoff.
Or it could be slime scraped off the floor at Sludge and Slides. Who eats anything that's green that's not supposed to be green?
Right? So, shocking no one, the people of Nilbog are actually goblins in disguise. They feed visitors as green crap and turn them into plants so they can eat them. Because the goblins are, wait for it, vegetarians.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me!
Actually, this is pretty accurate to some vegan dinners I've been invited to.
Oh my god!
Honestly, he's the best actor in the movie. And no, that's not a compliment.
They even have a vegan goblin sermon in this movie.
Flesh! And by flesh, I mean all that stinking, disgusting meat.
Why?
Yikes. Meanwhile, the acting in this film is like watching one of those old FMV video games.
And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it!
Anyway, the daughter's boyfriend, Elliot, shows up with his band of idiot friends.
Hey, what?
They're all traveling together in an RV so they can, emotionally support each other? They definitely sleep together. I mean, literally, look.
Guys, didn't anyone remember to bring supplies?
We left in too much of a hurry, Drew. Going to town to do the shopping now.
But still, does the boyfriend owe these dudes like a life debt or something? Why do they always have to be near him?
Elliot! Elliot!
Holly, what a surprise.
Oh. So, back to Grandpa Seth, who magically shows up at random to help Joshua. Sometimes by stopping time, other times by standing there awkwardly. At one point, he gives Joshua a Molotov cocktail. I have so many questions about the afterlife.
Then there's this witch lady, Credence, who looks like a goth Lisa Loeb who really needs chapstick.
Good morning, my little flower.
Anyway, she controls the goblins using some hunk of Stonehenge that she's got stashed in her house. 'Cause that's easy to get.
Here's some Nilbog milk. Special milk, high in vitamin content.
Did they say goblin milk? How are they getting goblin milk? Mitch, are they milking each other? I don't know. Also, there's a corn cob makeout scene that somehow turns into a popcorn explosion? I'm not even gonna try to make sense of that. It's only kinda hot anyway.
More popcorn.
Eventually, Joshua stops all the goblins by holding up a bologna sandwich and taking a bite.
A double-decker bologna sandwich!
Really. because meat is toxic to goblins. But then he presses the sandwich against the Stonehenge rock, and I guess that zaps all the goblins.
He zaps them with the power of goodness.
Don't you see? Only the power of goodness can destroy these monsters.
I'm sorry, but what the hell is goodness? Like, if I press a really tasty panini on that rock, would that have worked?
It worked for me. But then, classic fake-out ending. Joshua and his mom go home just for his mom to get eaten by the goblins after she turns into green crap.
So the goblins win?
I mean, yeah, but they were sort of fighting in a lower weight class.
You got a point. Everyone in this movie is a doofus. It was like watching a high school play, but, without the emotional investment.
But hey, at least the goblins kind of look like shaved Ewoks, so, there's that.
Well, that was Troll 2. If you like horror movies with vegan sermons, Stonehenge lore, and people whose acting coaches severe head trauma, then I guess watch it.
Or you could, watch literally anything else, like The Cycling, on Patreon now.
But that was 1990. As for 1991...
Ooh, that movie's not very good.
You think?
Monsters do have their place. In the zoo, in your nightmares, in the deep, in your favorite horror movies. But not in your living room, on your TV. Don't let pay TV be the monster in your living room. Pay TV and cable TV companies are seeking the right to charge you for the very programs you now get free. If you want to stop pay TV and save free television, sign the petition in the lobby of this theater. Let your lawmakers know how you feel in the fight against pay TV and cable TV.
'91 brought us some notable horror films like Silence of the Lambs, Cape Fear, and The People Under the Stairs. But instead, I had to watch Science Crazed, a badly acted film with poor audio, minimal production values, and a hallway that was filmed so often it had to have been banging a producer. The movie opens with Dr. Frank, a man who looks like Fred Rogers if you got really into the 80s.
You know, my experiments are extremely important to biological science.
He's apparently working on some sort of genetic experiment.
In exactly 3 hours, you will be pregnant.
Was that a prognosis, a threat, or just a terrible pickup line? Well, some terrible editing later, and the lady has a baby.
Wrap the head in gauze, and don't breathe a word about this to anyone. Agreed?
But this infant is a quick grower, and is a hulking bandage-faced weirdo in no time. And that's when Dr. Frank goes in to check on his experiment.
Stop! I'm your master. I created you. Stop!
And Buff McBandageface chokes him to death.
I'm your master. I created you.
Then two people that I assume work for Dr. Frank, because the movie damn sure doesn't tell you.
I'm really worried about Dr. Frank.
Listen, Joan, he knows what he's doing.
Anyway, they find the doc all dead and call a detective. Well, actually, they call a video store that the detective is at.
Hey, McCoy. It's for you.
Why? Oh, hey, do you like a good hallway? Oh, of course you like a good hallway. Who the hell don't? Because this movie spends most of its time hanging out in a hallway. Most of the time just following the monster's feet. Until you finally get a good look at them. What was the budget on this movie? Well, okay, he's not a looker. But let's see if he can deliver the goods on the gore. Yeah, the kills stink on ice.
1 and 2 and 1.
Who are they? No idea. How long do you see them work out? 8.5 minutes. Like I thought someone spliced in an aerobics tape at one point.
2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Gotta lose some weight there.
But then Bandageface appears and kills them both. Apparently with a slow gas leak. And talk about drawn out. Every scene goes on for at least a minute too long. And I mean doing absolutely nothing. Every time someone sees the monster, they stare at him like they're not quite sure if they recognize him from high school. And they stare at this guy for a while.
What is this, some kind of joke?
One lady even stands there and rubs on the dude's torso like she's trying to find his tickle spot.
I'm your friend. I'm your...
But she dies too. Jesus, I've had nosebleeds gorier than this whole movie. And I don't have a nose. Oh, and the lighting sucks too. It feels like the whole movie was shot on a high school stage using nothing but spotlights and understudies. Now back to the detective, who apparently can only talk in almost total darkness, and only like a doofus.
Sounds like a nutcase to me.
So as soon as the monster even sees the detective, the thing immediately just takes his bandages off. It's a bad rubber mask, and shame on you for expecting anything better. They have a lame-ass shootout, which includes the laziest bullet dodging I've ever seen. So, then the detective dies. I don't remember how, and I really don't care. Then, the two co-workers of Dr. Frank, remember him? Sunglasses, talk like a weird Sega CD game?
Stupid fools.
Anyway, they come at the monster with a machete and spill the only few drops of blood in this whole movie. Then our heroes kiss. I didn't even know they liked each other. Anyway, bad mask, bad blood, I want my money back, and I didn't even pay for this.
I suggest nerve gas tests be conducted in the following countries: France, Canada, United States, Italy, Japan.
Well, that was Science Crazed. 6 minutes of movie slowly inflated to 83. Without a doubt, the worst horror film of 1991. As for 1992... You know, I assumed the quality on these would improve over time. Guess not.
Colombia, Taiwan, Germany, South Korea, England, Mexico, Australia, Spain, Holland, Norway.
Hey, Mom. Yes, you. Why fuss and fret about dinner? Why not have it right here? Yes, this drive-in offers everyone in the family a real picnic treat for dinner. We've got delicious sandwiches with all the trimmings and your other dinner favorites, plus whatever you want to drink, hot or cold. Come early before the show starts, or eat while you're being entertained, or at intermission time. So why fuss? Give your family a tasty dinner at this drive-in.
And now, on with the show.
So, the year was 1992. Candyman, Dead Alive, and Army of Darkness all hit the silver screen. All using things like film, and budgets, and a plot. Well, I'm reviewing Axum, a movie that doesn't have any of those things. Originally released as The Weekend It Lives, Axum has a low budget, pretty sure no script, and 100% no actual actors. Instead of storytelling, Axum just leaves it for you to read at the beginning. And I hope you did read it, because the movie hardly mentions jack about it from here on. Axum is less a horror film and more a home movie of people talking, bickering, a little dancing, and for reasons beyond me, crowdsourced yo mama jokes.
That mother so dumb, I gave her a penny for a thought and got back change.
See? That's why your mother's so fat, her shadow weighed 40 pounds. Your mother's so fat, she jumped in the air and got stuck.
Though honestly, it's the most energy you'll see in this whole movie.
I tell y'all, there's a party tonight.
And I'm guessing that's where all the killing's gonna happen.
You see that, man? You see that? He was 10 feet tall, man. He wasn't 10. He was 9. He was 10 feet tall. He was a big one.
Is this movie all improv?
You gotta go back and kick his goddamn ass. No. For both of us.
Kinda rare, really. I mean, for good reason. Scenes seem to prattle on, and are full of people just talking over each other or bickering.
Oh, Cat, and you got a problem with it?
Yes, I do. And Michael, what did you really bring us up here for?
Yo, rock, man.
And the production? It's as flat as the acting.
Cut.
Dang, you two sure are anxious.
Tell me you heard that.
Cut.
How does that stay in the final edit? And this whole movie looks like I'm watching it underwater. Though, to be fair, that could just be the copy I have.
I got a joke to tell. Hold on.
Oh, good. More jokes. That's probably going to be the name of my autobiography. I think this movie is somehow using boredom to cause some sort of time-dilating effect, because this movie's an hour long, and I felt like I just watched The Lord of the Rings, extended.
We're out of gas! I told you before we left to get some damn gas.
Oh, hi guys, are you here for the party? Because it's kind of already started.
Hello? Is anybody home? I just want to use your phone. Hello? I have to use your phone.
Dude, if I lend you mine, will you shut the hell up? Finally, the killer attacks the group at the 40-minute mark in a 1-hour movie. I'm gonna leave this here for a sec. Okay, that was funny. I can see Mitch doing that. Oh wait, I've totally seen Mitch do that. Alright, that's kind of refreshing. The killer just, walks in, brandishing his trusty... Wait, machete? But the movie's called Axum. Nope, not gonna dwell on it. That's how aneurysms happen, I think. And who's the killer, you ask? Come on, guys, I told you to read the beginning. Well, he looks like a basic zombie. Honestly, that's not really a complaint. I mean, with everything else that's wrong with this movie, the makeup effects wouldn't even be on the first 2 pages.
Just let me see. Hold on, I see something.
Good, because I can't. Hold up, stop. Is he pretending to have a gun?
Oh, who's out there? Who's out there? I'll shoot you.
Oh, my mistake. What? Moving on.
Stop playing around!
Well, after loads of yelling, running, and terrible lighting, the killer gets shot. Now this I'm not mad about. That's just smart. 12 in the head, you know he's dead. But at least that's the end of this text-only killer. I guess we can... Oh, right. Let's talk about Axum Part 2. Nah, I'm f***ing with you. This movie could almost pass as found footage. The camera's blurry, the characters talk over each other, and they only have names if you read the end credits. Cause I'll be damned if I heard anyone say a character's name directly. But that was Axum. 20 minutes of horror spliced into a college kid's home movies. Pretty much the worst horror film of 1992. As for 1993... Son of a bitch. Today's episode of Worst Of is brought to you by viewers like you. 1993 featured horror films like Kronos, Body Bags, and A Nightmare Before Christmas. What? It counts. If Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then Nightmare Before Christmas counts.
Perhaps it can be improved?
No problem.
But the worst of 1993 is icky. Now, don't get me wrong. 93 had its fair share of garbage. Like Cannibal, the musical.
What? What?
Yep, before South Park, Trey Parker decided to make a horror comedy musical that wasn't funny or catchy. It's tedious, it's flat, and the only thing horrifying about it was the runtime.
Wait, you're cutting into his butt.
Well, what kind of piece do you want?
Well, not butt.
And then there's Jason Goes to Hell. The worst entry in the Friday the 13th franchise, hands down. And I'm counting the remake and the video games. All of them. Jason's barely even in it. So instead, we get demon worms, body hopping, and a tease for a crossover that we won't get for another decade. But, as bad as all those were, they're like Gone with the Wind next to this crap. This is Savage Vengeance. And I hate it. From the first frame, it's a droning mess. Pure terribleness in every facet. Thanks, Past Lumpy. Dwellers, did you know that today's episode is sort of sponsored by you? That's right. If you join us over at patreon.com/Basement1F, you can keep the madness rolling. And you can get stuff like bonus reviews, exclusive merch if you join Sally's Sinister Circle, and say into what we do here on the channel. So if you like what we're doing, why don't you help us keep the lights on here in Terror City? Okay, well, back to Past Me. Savage Vengeance is a quasi-pseudo-sequel to the film I Spit on Your Grave. So what we're dealing with here is a revenge movie. An assault revenge movie. You know what I mean here. In fact, with flashbacks, we see the same lady get horrifyingly assaulted 6 times. And there's another lady who gets it twice. F***ing gross. And sorry if there's a lot of bleeping, but this episode is totally gonna go over my limit. I f***ing hate this movie.
City girls, out there all alone. That's kind of tempting, ain't it?
Could be.
You know, movies, even horror movies, should have some sort of entertainment value. But not this. This is wannabe snuff. Snuff without balls.
That's what it is, isn't it? You think you're too good. These city bitches are all alike.
And hey, if this kind of assault revenge stuff is your jam, fine, you do you. But I can name 20 movies in this cycle that are way better. Roll it, Todd. Anyway, back to this test of my patience. Oh, plot? You want that? Why? Alright, fine. And I'll make it easy. It starts with a horrible attack scene, previously mentioned. Then 5 years later, the lady and the friend go to a house in the country for the weekend, where the 2 grossest shit flingers I've ever seen act as horrible as possible. All while making gross asides and denying any wrongdoing.
We heard these new girls moved in out here. We don't want you boys getting any fancy little idea.
What kind of ideas are you talking about, Sheriff?
Dickwads. And tell me that dude doesn't look like Rockabilly Neil Diamond. So, this film is barely an hour long, thankfully. And the icky assault stuff, like the revenge, that doesn't even happen until the last 10 minutes. So what you're left with is 50 minutes of just terrible people and horrible assaults. I didn't like it.
You want something to go with that Coke? I got an extra Slim Jim.
I don't think so.
Huh, at least the scumbags die. Small victories, I guess. But even those kills suck. The first dipshit gets chainsawed, badly. And as for moron number 2, she unloads a shotgun straight into his nuts.
What are you planning to do?
What do you think?
You don't want to do that. No!
Talk about a low blow. Literally. Nope, that wasn't funny.
What'd you do that for?
Savage Vengeance is ugly, disgusting, hateful, ignorant, badly acted, badly shot, and dumb as hell. It doesn't just miss the mark, it aims down and dribbles it right down its own shoes. This movie. And if you worked on it, seriously, rethink your life choices. Man, I need a pick-me-up. How about we get a taste of a good horror from 93?
Look! Shock! Barrel!
Well, that was Savage Vengeance, the VHS that acts like a litmus test for whether your friends are creeps or not. No doubt in my mind, the worst horror film of 1993. As for 1994... Na 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 na.
What is it?
Hey, why it's Buttercup. Popcorn, add sweet butter to hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight.
It's so munchy, crisp and crunchy. You'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched Buttercup. Popcorn at its best.
Served in a king-size cup.
It beats all the rest.
There, the firewall is up. And that should solve the glitch problem.
Are you telling me that you've been running this whole damn channel with the pissing firewall down? I bet you'll raw dog that foxy dragon of yours too.
Oh, what the hells do you want, Sasquatch?
Hey, we're co-workers now. You can just call me Bigfoot. How are you liking working closer with your lady now?
You mean since you snaked her correspondent gig?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, are you here for a work-related reason? Or you just busting my tusks?
It's business and pleasure, big man. I asked to have you train me on the editing board here.
Why do you want to know that?
I'm making myself indispensable. If you or Shadow have dropped the ball, I'm scooping it up and running with it. If you call in sick, I'm going to take the shift. Mitch is going to need a last-minute edit, and he's going to call me. I'm going to be his booth savage. That's right, a booth savage. Not his cryptid. I want to be his ice, his dumb cryptid ice.
Oh, thanks. It's nice to have some backup.
I don't think you get it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm playing the long game, lad. Mitch won't breathe without me. And when Dr. Tedderman comes swinging that axe, you and Shadow will be on the block, not me.
Really? Before Rufus?
He's Union.
Damn it.
1994. A year that gave us brooding masterworks like In the Mouth of Madness, Cemetery Man, and The Crow. That last one was for you, Mistress Pancakes.
Well, wasn't that sweet of him? I didn't say finish.
Should I have seen that? So today, I'm saddled with Saurians, a shockingly low-budget dino flick that's more DIY than a nymphomaniac in solitary confinement. This slap in the face of persistence was made by filmmaking one-man band Mark Polonia, before he'd later team up with his brother to really wear out a tepid welcome. The film opens with what looks like the starting screen to an old arcade game. We then shift to Fossil Valley, the place to find dino bones, and home to the world's worst salad dressing. So crunchy. Saurians is led by the main man himself, Mark Polonia. He plays Alan, a paleontologist, and Closet Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite cosplayer. Him and his team of wandering mental patients shake some rocks in a stream and complain about being there.
There's nothing here but rocks. This place sucks.
The team includes Alan, his maybe love interest.
Well, it's about time you noticed me, Mr. All Work and No Play.
And their designated drinker.
I'd do anything for a beer right now.
A few miles away, we're shown some stock construction footage, before landing on a random construction dude blowing a hole in a hill. Because, I don't know, reasons. Well, Orange Cassidy over here goes to inspect the cave. And what does the solo construction man find?
Top quality hamburgers, the most popular snack in the country.
Todd, it's happening again!
Crap! I thought turning on the firewall fixed it.
It's not a virus, Todd, it's a gnome. I saw one running around just a minute ago.
I told you, bruv.
Shadow says it's a gremlin.
Oh, okay. That's way more trustworthy than my own eye. Dinosaurs. He finds dinosaurs. Meanwhile, back at Boracic Park, our mustachio duo of dorkness wanders off to mumble backstory and test my resolve.
Loving a lady comes before anything.
If you put half your efforts into archaeology as you do trying to land a woman, you may just amount to something.
And this movie has so much walking. I mean, hobbits walk less than this. Oh yeah, I have culture. Well, they find the cave, but there are no dinos inside. There's a double entendre in there somewhere. Oh well.
What's that smell? Probably rot gas.
This movie is a prime example of the worst of 3 Ps. Patent pending. Those Ps are padding, pausing, and pointlessness.
Take a look at this.
They look like the same fossils we've been digging up for the past 2 weeks. But how could they both wash up here?
I'd like to know.
And holy shit, does this movie love itself some stock footage. Saying this movie is 30% stock footage would kind of be out of line, because it's way closer to 40%. If this movie were made today, Getty Images would have an executive producer credit.
This is Sandra Martin reporting live for Channel 22 at Fossil Valley Lodge, where moments ago an earth-shaking spectacle took place.
That night, at camp, Alan and Leonette engage in some of the hottest flirting I've ever seen. Mainly because of the campfire.
That's a lumpy, terrible joke.
Good thing some dino roars break up the stickiness. Hey, sir, can you have your kid put their toy dino down? I'm trying to watch a movie here. On the next day, our female lead goes for a walk. I think I'll call her Eleanor Ripley.
That's a lumpy, terrible...
No, it isn't!
Not from where I was sitting, boyo.
Ugh, celebrities. But wait, Eleanor's found something.
Look at the size of that footprint.
Wow, are you freaking kidding me? That's ginormous. Hang on, I think I can do better. Hang on, look, check out the size of this cereal. Yeah, look how big that cereal is. Movie magic. Still gets soggy too fast. Oh wait, back to the movie. She's being stalked by a pair of chicken legs. Oh, sorry, dinosaur. It was a dinosaur. And this thing is on a tear. Even bites the head off some dude fishing. Time. I call time. Movie? Can I get a private word? What the hell was that back there? Was that a toy? Like, I joked about it, but that was literally a toy held closer to the camera. Did you even hear the setup I gave you? I said the dino was on a tear and everything. Are you trying to make me look like an asshole? I don't want to hear it. Let's just get back to the show. But don't be silly. Okay, let's head back to town for the night.
Where are you going?
Down to the bar. I'm gonna get drunk.
Can I go with the drunk? He seems dopey, but I bet he's fun after some drinks.
Who is it?
Oh, by the way, I'm cool with no nudity in this one. No need on my account. We can just stick to the story.
It's me, Alan.
Come on in. It's unlocked.
Though the dubbing is kind of off in this in a strange way. It's almost like they made this in another language, but they didn't.
I just talked to the professor.
What did he say?
So now the dinos are loose about town. This has got to be the cheapest and lamest effects I've ever seen. Give me yellow quad dead ghosts any day if this is the alternative. Our big movie monsters are kids' toys held real close to the camera or puppet heads superimposed on a backdrop. Talk about lazy. Now the gore effects. Well, the fact that I feel comfortable showing them all here should tell you something. I'm guessing since the thunder lizards are as spooky as a tepid glass of water, the movie decided to throw in a human baddie. A big game hunter who's determined to kill the dinos and mount their heads on his wall. Hope it's not load-bearing.
You two ain't going anywhere.
But he kidnaps Alan and Eleanor Ripley, thinking they'll lead him right to the toys. Dinosaurs! They're dinosaurs. Along the way, Alan manages to keister a stick of dynamite. I don't think that's going to be important later, but thought I'd mention it. But when the hunter eventually does find the dinos, our hidden, drunken mustache man in the shadows emerges to thunk him on the head. That's not going to come back to bite him in the ass at all. He's fine. He's not fine. But first, the three mustaches find the dinos in the throes of sweet, sweet passion. Bet you didn't think you'd see this when you woke up this morning, did ya? What? Well, that came out of nowhere.
You didn't have to do that, you...
Shut up. You're next.
Okay, now it's time for What Happens to the Jerk Hunter. I wanted a better title. But does the hunter A, get eaten by the dinos, B, get stabbed by Alan, C, get flamethrowered by Eleanor Ripley, or D, A and B? Locked in? What is it, movie? Really? I guess C. But now we're down to the final boss battle. Alan and Eleanor take on Lamezilla. But Alan remembers that he's had a stick of dynamite back in his keister this whole time. Dude's got glutes. And all the charisma of a genital wart. I give and I take. Yeesh. And you know what this movie has the nerve to do? Tease a sequel. Then it has the balls to actually get made. In 2023. A trend I'm really starting to hate.
I mean, how did you know when you were in love with Dad?
Well, that was Saurians. It looks less like a movie and more like weirdo dino geeks LARPing on a boring weekend. Pretty damn much the worst horror film of 1994. As for 1995... Hey, I think that might be our first werewolf. Kinda cool.
Jim Rex? What's Jim Rex? Would you believe a movie audience guide presented as a public service by this theater's management to help you select your motion picture entertainment? Well, that's what it is. And we urge you to learn these rating symbols and use them as a guide for you and your family. G means suggested for general audiences, all ages. M, suggested for mature audiences, parental discretion advised. R, restricted, persons under 16 not admitted unless accompanied by parent or adult guardian. X, persons under 18 will not be admitted. This seal in advertising indicates that the film was approved under the Motion Picture Code of Self-Regulation.
And now, on with the show.
$1995, a year that gave us Lord of Illusions, Tales from the Crypt's Demon Knight, and A Vampire in Brooklyn. Okay, that last one's not great, but I needed a reason to play this clip.
It kind of itches a little.
But 1995 also crapped out The Howling 7, New Moon Rising. Now I know what you might be thinking out there, but wait, Lumpy, there are 7 Howling films? Well, no, there's 8. But that last one was a reboot, so part 7 here kind of wraps up the numbered titles. Not that they connected much to begin with, but that was something part 7 looked to remedy. How, you ask? By having Clive Turner, the guy who played Ray in The Howling 5, The Rebirth, crowbar in some new characters into the past films, all while he himself is the film's writer, producer, director, and star. Ah, there it is. It's boarding house all over again.
Girls, girls, girls.
The story takes place in Pioneer Town, California. Newcomer Ted, not Ray, arrives to get a job at a local bar, which apparently just means drinking, dancing, and telling some lame-ass jokes.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
I thought this was a werewolf movie, not Roadhouse Down Under. Ted's Australian. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's the best offer I've had to date.
So, while Ted's off drinking, line dancing, and doing piss all of anything else, the movie cuts away to a B-story with a detective and a priest we've never met before.
Well, according to the experts, the wolf attacked while standing on his hind legs. That would have made it well over 6 feet tall.
Though they spend their entire time vaguely talking about werewolves while the film plays recycled clips from earlier sequels, specifically parts 5 and 6. And this is supposed to be the thing that ties the series together. Now, to be fair, there is one actual returning character, Mary Lou Summers from Part 5. She pops back up here for a quick recapping cameo.
I knew he was hurt. He told me that she had attacked him, that she was a werewolf.
Meanwhile, Ted just walks around through scenes, daring you to keep watching.
You used to ride in rodeos in Australia, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I was nearly Australian champion.
Australian champion? What stopped you, Ted?
Get fooled off my horse.
So basically, every time Ted has some sort of run-in with a guy at the bar, they're found dead or missing soon after. All killed by a first-person red camera. Or a werewolf, I guess. So the town starts to suspect Ted, though it's not him. Ted's never shown as anything other than a charming and sort of silly idiot.
I'm into necrophilia, sadism, and bestiality.
Ted!
Annoyingly so, actually.
Wandering around at night. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Finally, Ted and the subplot bonanza meet up like a bad booty call. And it's boring. So exactly like a bad booty call.
What's that got to do with me?
Then they make up some malarkey about werewolves changing form at will. So yeah, Mary Lou from Part 5, turns out she's the werewolf. Just with a brand new look thanks to the lazy retcon.
I thought it was you, but I couldn't be sure.
Which just sounds like changing lore so your bad movie makes sense. And it still didn't.
Do you know how many times I investigate tales and rumors that are designed to discredit the church?
I thought it was doing a pretty good job of that all by itself.
In the end, Ted is proven innocent, and we see 6 seconds of a werewolf before it gets shot up. Which was about 4 seconds too long. And talk about a shitty transformation. It's a lame computer stretch effect. It's a far cry from Rob Bottin. This movie breaks down to about 70% bar footage, 25% side characters talking about werewolves, and maybe 5% actual werewolf movie. This movie looks less like a horror film and more like a small-time actor making himself the star of a movie so everyone likes him.
Of course.
Because that's what it was.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
It'd be like if they did another Friday the 13th, but it actually was just written and starred Reggie the Reckless, who just hangs out at work while made-up characters talk about how they were in previous films even though they weren't. And then Jason pops up at the end and then just kind of pieces out. Which is honestly a movie I'd rather see. But that was The Howling 7. A franchise death knell so terrible, even a reboot couldn't save it. It really was the worst horror film of 1995. As for 1996... Ooh, someone upgraded to Windows 95.
Now, the time is here. Now's the time for a bite of cheer. A tasty light where the price is right. Well, look at here, you'll dig this sight. The moment's handy for a piece of candy. Just name your brand, they're all so grand. Hey, what do you think of a nice cool drink? Or a big box filled with a popcorn thrill? Let your taste buds meet with an ice cream treat. Refresh yourselves, it's time to eat. So come on, folks, let's join the band as we all head for the refreshment stand.
1996, a year that shot out Scream, From Dusk Till Dawn, and Thinner. But you know what else came out in 1996? Independence Day. Hang on, I'm going somewhere with this. See, back in the late 90s, Blockbuster Video wanted to cash in on the whole alien movie thing and made a deal to distribute Feeders, a hack alien invasion flick made by the dependably awful Polonia brothers, as last seen on this show via Saurians. With a budget of around $500, it was an easy grab for the video rental chain. But Feeders ended up hitting Blockbuster shelves months before Independence Day was set for a rental release. So, there were people who feasibly rented Feeders thinking it was the summer blockbuster from earlier that year. In fact, Feeders was one of the most popular independent films rented from Blockbuster that year. So I think I'm right. But what is Feeders? Well, it's terrible for one. But let's get into the plot. Like I mentioned before, this is an alien invasion flick. Though, if you watch the prologue, it sounds more like a weird conspiracy theory video.
Do we rule the stars being the only life form to exist? Or are there others?
which is followed by the effects that sort of remind me of the birds in Birdemic Shock and Terror. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to watch that again, aren't I? So, UFOs are flying about national forests. And who said they couldn't get a celebrity? Several people, including a park ranger, see the obvious flying saucer.
If that doesn't beat all, a meteor.
Huh?
God, I hope it doesn't burn the fucking forest down.
Because he only had the budget to get Smokey's sign, not Smokey himself. But we also have a local fisherman who saw the UFO as well. Do I know that guy? He looks familiar. But finally, the aliens land, or beam down. And that's what happens when the dollar store is your prop master. Alright, now it's time to meet the heroes of this direct-to-video tragedy.
This is great. This is a page right out of history.
Yeah, a real boring page. Look, I gotta get some fuel in this, Derek.
This is Derek, a photographer, and Bennett, a pervert.
Well, it'll be a lot funner when we hit the Atlantic Ocean and I can watch all those babes in those skimpy suits.
They're apparently here to take pictures of stock footage and pick up women at gas stations.
Hi.
Hi, what are you doing?
It's not much game, but it is game.
What are you smiling about?
Women! I just set us up with some girls.
Well, while Magnum PU and his picture-taking pal go gallivanting around, we see the toy aliens kill the park ranger. And attack the fisherman. I got it! He's the game hunter from Saurians.
You two ain't going anywhere.
I think he's even wearing the same outfit. But, hey, maybe that means he's like the character that has more to offer this time than... Ah.
This guy jumped out in front of our car and we clipped him. I don't think he's gonna be okay.
No shit. And they drag the dude to literally the worst doctor I've ever seen. Check it out.
I'm afraid I can't do anything more for this man. He's dead.
Is that post-death breathing you hear about?
We did the right thing, didn't we?
I mean, everything but the part where you hit the guy with your car.
Hello, this is Donna.
It's Michelle. What's up?
I made my dad lunch, but he never came home.
I met a cute guy today.
Where at?
Are we sure these ladies aren't aliens?
And now, Lumpy's Remix Theater.
Hello, this is Donna.
Is Grandma there?
I don't know.
Just tell her to come get me.
Okay.
I don't feel good.
Where at?
My lips hurt real bad.
I made my dad lunch, but my father is the head ranger. He never came home.
You just come get me?
He'll catch us.
Can you bring me my chapstick?
I don't know.
My lips hurt real bad.
Why don't you come over in about 2 hours and I'll be ready.
Ugh. Idiot.
Well, now the convertible driving douchehammers drive to a house while the UFO dicks with them constantly.
Damn it, no good.
What's wrong?
Won't start.
This is a nightmare. It's a f***ing nightmare.
Then the neurotic numbskulls devote 5 minutes to silently searching a house and finding nothing. Then finally, the little aliens attack. Well, sucks to be Bennett, because he gets abducted and experimented on. Or at least that's what he says this was. Once they towel off Bennett, they send him home. Also with his doppelganger.
There's someone out there!
And after they do a bit of the classic which is the real Bennett shtick,
Who the hell are you?
one of the Bennetts gets the upper hand on the other. By the way, that's Saurian star Mark Polonia playing his brother's alien clone thing.
Probably rot gas.
Derek then decides which one of the Bennetts to kill, and he chooses the one still standing. You get that means that Derek picked the real Bennett based off how crappy of a fighter he was. But did he choose right? I mean, no.
There's many of them.
Then why fight them?
Derek pieces out and runs away just as dozens of bits of clip art head towards Earth. So it's not even a happy ending. I mean, good, If the aliens are that small it can still sack Earth, I guess they can have it. Long live our tiny overlords. So, Feeders. I mean, it's a Polonia Brothers movie, and it shows. The camera work is ugly, the acting is stilted, and the plot was wafer thin. Is it a better movie than Saurians? I mean, yeah, they're getting a little bit better, but that's like comparing your bowel movements. Sure, one might be better than the other, but you're still talking about crap. But that was Feeders, the backyard trash flick that tricked dumb movie renters in the 90s. It's totally the worst horror flick of 1996. As for 1997... Look, names I've heard of. Not great names, but I'll take them.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
Well, the year was 1997. Multiplexes were serving up I Know What You Did Last Summer, Wishmaster, and Event Horizon. Which is the best movie of the three? Come at me! But over at the video store, someone had to fill the gaps between the good movies, and that's how we ended up with Fever Lake. A dull spin on the house by the lake trope. Only this time, the house isn't haunted. The lake is. I think. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's meet the cast. Most notably, Cory Haim of Lost Boys and Tiger Beat fame, and Mario Lopez, post-AC Slater, but pre-daytime talking head. This was at a time when both actors were, let's say, financially available. Also playing the sheriff is Bo Hopkins, which I misread as Bob Hoskins and got way too excited. Would have been a very different movie.
I'm glad I found out in time just what a partnership with a pair of wankers like you would have been.
So, what is Fever Lake about? Well, it's about 40 minutes too long.
That's a lumpy, terrible joke.
We open on a kid watching his dad axe-murder his mother. We have to curse, boy! And that's how it'd sound if men had periods.
A Lumpy's Worst Of is brought to you by BroFlow. Whether you're angry, hungry, or just vaguely offended by damn near anything, BroFlow's got your back. Now splinter-free.
So, I hope that grocery store sample of terror lasts you for a bit, because we won't see anything even pretending to be scary for a while. Instead, we get Cory and Mario posting for high fives, doing some light spider wrangling, and running lines like they learned them phonetically.
Shut up, Bobby. Be swimming with the fishes.
The rough premise is Cory and Mario, who play Albert and Steve, but let's face it, I'm gonna call them Cory and Mario. Anyway, Cory and Mario and their buddy Jerkass the Kid drive to a place called Fever Lake for the weekend.
Makes you think of sick people or something.
True, but they're already booked up at Gonorrhea River, and Mount Syphilis was already taken up. So, it's this or nothing.
I think it got its name actually from the first Indians who settled here. They named it after some evil spirit in the lake or something.
Uh-huh. You telling me or you telling you? But the weekend's not a total log cabin. Following the dudes are three ladies who apparently thought they all got cast in the same role.
Whoa, Sarah, what's going on? What? There's nothing back there, Sarah. Sarah, are you okay? Forget it.
But the townsfolk are really weird about outsiders, or anyone talking about the lake. In fact, they get all dubbed over when you do bring it up.
You guys can't go over there. You know what happened. Don't you?
What kind of name is Fever Lake anyway? I mean, I live in Terror City, and you know what we call our lake? Well, Muckhaven. But it used to be a lake.
Yeah. A lake.
It's right around this point when the movie decides to have Cory randomly looking like a psycho.
There aren't even any cabins. They say...
Who says?
And he does it a lot. Meanwhile, the B-actors have the town all in a tizzy.
Scary shit's been told about that place.
Though I gotta admit, for a haunted house lake thing, it's a pretty nice house.
Whoa.
That's 3 bags.
So,
We're here for 1 weekend.
women, what do you expect?
I cannot overemphasize how forced this dialogue feels.
Let's chow. Let's get some red meat.
Yikes. Okay, time to do a little fast forwarding. Alright, basically, Cory, Mario, and Spaz McKenzie go shopping. They think they ran out of gas, so they get gas. And then it turns out they still have gas.
What?
This movie's starting to give me gas. Oh, remember the waitress?
Yeah. A lake.
Yeah, that one. She's digging up stories about the lake and is randomly stalked by footage of a wolf. Good on her having the cardio to run from a wolf this long. Did the wolf just turn invisible? Dude, if you can't do a wolf attack, don't do a wolf attack.
You guys, I want to suck your blood. The evil spirit of Fever Lake wants you. Bobby.
I want him to die next. Though he has competition, because one of the ladies is acting real creepy.
Funny, who turned out the lights? They went out in the whole house, you dits.
And not in the way I'm normally attracted to.
Ready or not, here I come.
See, that's not fun time crazy. That's boil your rabbit crazy.
Bitch.
I mean, they're fun too, but you know, they boil your rabbit. What day is it?
Let's play Truth or Dare.
No, we can't play. Oh, chicken? I've never played before.
What? It's Truth or Dare. That's like not knowing how to play tic-tac-toe or hangman or who's in my mouth.
No truths, but I dare everyone to play a game with me. Hide and go seek. No, I hate that game.
Damn. Using the rules of one game to transition to a better game. Savvy. I mean, hide and seek in a haunted house sounds kinda rad.
25, 26.
Wait, hide and seek in a creepy house and you go run off to make out? I mean, yeah, I get it. Though if you asked me today, I would take hide and seek 8 out of 10 times.
48, 49, 50.
Well, at least you gave him time to finish. What? Oh no, the spaz and one of the ladies. But now we're left with the mystery of who the killer could possibly be. It's Cory. Sorry, but you'd have to be an aardvark not to know it's Cory. Sorry, aardvarks. Meanwhile, there's a subplot about the sheriff having a nighttime shootout with the never-in-the-same-shot wolf. Almost like the man vs. horse scene in Devil Story.
I'll get you even if it's the last thing I do.
And just like the horse scene in Devil Story, it goes nowhere. Anyway, Cory meanders around killing most of the others off screen before confronting the creepy lady.
Come closer.
Get away.
Give Mommy a hug.
Get away.
Come to Mommy.
You lied.
So I think the creepy, now gooey lady was his mother also? And he was the kid from the beginning?
We have to curse, boy!
Ah, well, I'm sure Cory takes the news well.
You liar! Liar!
Well, that ending was dumb, but at least it was quick.
Seems this kid was already in a crazy house for most of his life. Chopped up his foster mother.
Why are you talking? The movie's over. I don't care about backstory now. You guys know the camera's still rolling, right? Hang on, you're looking at this the wrong way. You could sell this as like a house by the lakeside that's impossible to burn down. And the lake is hot tub adjacent. But that was Fever Lake. And given the choice, I'd rather just have the fever. It really was the worst horror film of 1997. As for 1998...
In the year 1577, a Romanian hero, Vlad Dracula, the Impaler.
Hey Todd, is this an old History Channel clip?
I'm Nacho.
He's Peppy.
See?
You can find us at the concession stand in the lobby.
Along with all sorts of other tasty goodies.
See? Rico's Nachos, a refreshingly new and different snack discovery. Chock full of high-quality ingredients, crisp, fresh tortilla chips, covered with creamy aged cheddar cheese, topped off with zesty jalapeno pepper rings. Rico's Nachos, out of sight.
Remember, folks, we're the new star at the snack bar. Rico's Nachos, a new taste treat you can't beat.
See? Rico's Nachos, on sale at the snack bar now.
Die Hard Dracula. What pops into your mind? I think of John McClane in a gothic castle with an Uzi and a stake, looking for vampires when he's supposed to be on vacation.
Happy trails, Hans.
Actually, that sounds kind of badass. Damn it, why couldn't this have been that? Anyway, the year was 1998, and horror fans had good films like Ringu and The Faculty and Blade to watch. I like Blade. The first two, anyway. Blade Trinity had a terrible Dracula in it. But that dude was Christopher freaking Lee next to the Dracula in this. I'm not sure what this actually was. The story takes place, and is mostly shot, in the Czech Republic. Specifically, the town of Dubova, which is a fitting name because half this cast is Dubdova.
Lumpy, we're still rolling.
I was waiting for the laugh. So, the movie starts with a prologue that I think I saw in history class in high school.
In the year 1577, a Romanian hero, Vlad Dracula, the Impaler.
Now I'm just gonna show you the next bit of what happens, because if I told you, you'd just think I was a liar. Can movies do drugs? Anyway, let's head to California. Just long enough for the main moron Steve to watch his girlfriend drown in a skiing accident. Looks like every time I went skiing. Then he wishes on a falling star for her to, I guess, not be all dead. So naturally, a woman who looked exactly like the girlfriend, who also drowned that day, is resurrected instead.
Oh, she's alive!
Magic's not very efficient.
It's a good thing Ivan didn't have her embalmed.
Yeah, that's true.
It's called plot convenience. Or lame writing. In fact, you probably shouldn't have said anything. Well, now single, sad boy Steve decides to go on a grief-stricken tour of Europe, taking him right to the town of Dubova.
Come to scenic Dubova, the crown jewel of the Czech Republic. Home to lavish sights such as the lake, the hotel with its joke-telling patrons, the plywood castle. Let's see, what else? Did I mention the lake?
Oh, and you'll never guess who the hotel owner's daughter is. Yep, the buried alive lady.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Oh, someone has a type. I'm kidding. They don't get engaged on day one. That's silly. It's day two. They know what they're doing. I know. I can hear you thinking it. But wait, Lumpy. This isn't a PBS soap opera. I thought this was a Dracula movie. And it is. In fact, here's a taste. And now you can see why I've been dragging my oozing feet. Dracula, by the way, is played by 3 different actors, and each one is chubbier than the next.
You cannot tell me what I can have or I cannot have. How dare you screw on top of my casket?
You know, like vampires do. Well played. I think the movie was going for the many forms of Dracula thing.
This lack of blood makes me swell all over.
Either that or the actors just kept quitting. I got no idea. But Dracula and his totally pushed aside bride start a spree of killings.
What are those marks on your neck?
Marks where?
Right here.
Okay, it was one girl, but that freaked out the town enough to call in Dr. Van Helsing, who's played by Bruce Glover, the only actor you have any shot of recognizing.
You sent for me, Father.
Hang on, if this is like a modern story, then is this Van Helsing or like a Van Helsing descendant? And if you're a Van Helsing descendant, do you have to hunt Dracula? I kind of feel bad for the Van Helsing who just wanted to dance.
Do you come here often?
Speaking of the arts, most of these sets look like they're from a community theater production. I'm talking stone painted on plywood cheap. I've seen better Ren fairs. About now is where I'd tell you the acting sucked. But do I really need to?
Dana, is that you? My name is Steven. Your parents are looking for you. Where have you been?
So Van Helsing and quick-committing Steve hunt down Dracula. Terribly.
I declare war on all vampires! Die, Dracula!
This might be the Van Helsing that's the dancer.
I can only assume that his heart is completely loose, floating around in there freely.
But now Dracula is after Dana. Not sure if this is because he's trying to get back at Steve, or just because Dana's the only other woman left in this damn town. So it's around this point that I realized something that eluded me until now. They're trying to be funny. Like on purpose.
You idiots, look what you've done to my violin.
It didn't start that way. I got a feeling they kind of started off serious, and then kind of saw what they were doing, and went, comedy.
But my friend Steven here, my friend Steven here wants to teach you.
Finally, the film stumbles into the final battle, where the heroes triumph over evil.
I look forward to a very interesting future with you. Strange things happen in Moravia.
Why? So, what's the point of the movie? No, I'm asking, what the hell was the point of this movie? I didn't feel like I was watching a movie. You know what it was like? An SCTV film parody. Same kind of sets and over-the-top delivery. The only difference is SCTV was, funny. Love you, Count Floyd.
Oh!
Mercifully, that was Die Hard Dracula. The only film from the Czech Republic I've ever seen. So I don't know, take from that what you want. You bet it was the worst horror film of 1998. As for 1999... And I bet we're not getting cool alien acid blood either, are we? Bye.
Something different for a change? Then try the perfect refreshment. Chili Dilly. A delicious pickle treat that's spiced just right for every bite. Economical, too. There's no waste. You eat every bit of the juicy goodness of Chili Dilly. How about trying one right now? Chili Dilly. On sale at our concession stand. You'll love 'em.
Alien blood. It sounds like a bad energy drink. With that out of the way, it also really sucks. But I'm getting ahead of myself. The year was 1999. And the theaters were playing films like Audition, The Sixth Sense, and The Blair Witch Project. 3 movies that are way weaker if you know the ending, by the way. But at least those films had things like structure and pacing, and some semblance that they knew what the hell they were doing. The movie starts with a guest complaining about the room service. Alien Blood tells the story of a child being walked across the British countryside by a pregnant lady who got really into the Matrix, which also came out in 1999. Then they meet up with another blonde lady who also has a kid. Maybe it's a play date or something. So far, this is the creepiest part of the movie. And with that confusing meeting over, the duo part ways. Just in time for one pair to get gunned down by a bunch of dudes with underwear on their face. I think. But the lady is so upset, she shows a cutscene from an old 3DO video game. Now, let's take a look at the bad guys in this thing.
You know that this project is my responsibility. It's a woman! She's pregnant.
What Rent-A-Goon service is this guy using? The Final Sacrifice had better minions. Cobra Commander had better minions. Rita Repulsa had better minions, and they were made out of clay. Anyway, now, for apparently no reason, slow-mo nudity. mean, thanks, but why? And for fans of the other body parts, we get a little ween in there too.
James's idea.
Yes, well, James has too many ideas.
So who are all these naked people? Well, they're vampires.
You just about carry it off, dear.
And no, I'm not even fucking with you.
Here's to the most glorious bride Dracula ever had.
Except you don't bite me anymore.
Did he say Dracula? Does this movie really have a Dracula 2? That's 2 in a row! Not to mention this one is really dumb and really horny.
Come on.
Told you, get looted.
So, are they really vampires? I have no idea. They talk about throwing a New Year's party, but why would that call for pretending to be vampires?
Boom!
That's a bit pale, isn't it?
Yeah, for the Prince of Darkness.
It's getting a bit past it.
Though now that I mention it, regular-ass bullets took out Dracula no problem. Right, and then the pregnant lady shows up with the kid because... Man, I don't have a goddamn idea. Oh, and the house also has a psychic in there. Because of course it does.
Is there anything that we can do to help you?
But that's after she spends a crazy long time in a really gross bath. Lady, what were you covered in? So now we got some vampires, the pregnant lady Neo chick, and the penis guy all together as the psychic lays it all out. Oh, lays some of it out. Lays a tiny bit of it out.
She knows the truth. You have the sight in your eyes.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Right, the video game footage. That meant she's an alien? What's happening in this movie? Well, here comes the underwear brigade to fail at everything they ever try.
I'm getting out of this dress. You two should do the same. We're too easy to spot. We might have to move our asses.
Yeah, good plan.
What? I mean, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But what? Yep, good thing that dress wasn't in the way of your arms. Hey, well, look at that. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Like you do. Don't think about it too hard. They're not gonna tell you. And it's not the baby. I mean, spoiler for 30 seconds from now, but it's not the baby. So I got no clue. Oh, and the kid has scanner's powers. But as for the main baddie, Captain Complicated shoots his way into the house just as the alien ship arrives to tap the movie's budget and pick up the kid for school or something. Then the wanker tries to butt in, but the very human-looking aliens make him ventilate his own skull with his projectile weapon. I think that was vague enough for YouTube. Then Matrix Lady dies and the aliens peace out, leaving the unborn baby behind. Also the chunky bloody thing, but that's not mentioned. So, the remaining vampires decide to raise the baby as their own, in a breathy epilogue that manages to wrap up absolutely nothing.
We never found out the whole history of Helen and Monique. We are left to wonder.
Was this like 3 different movie ideas that the writer jammed together? Did they have like a deadline or something? Yet another unanswered question due to this damn movie. Reluctantly, that was Alien Blood. With its normal-ass looking red blood. For f***'s sake. A better name would have been Dumbass Questions We're Not Going to Bother to Answer. It's a little wordy, but we can workshop a better one later. Wait, no we won't! Hopefully, the worst horror movie of 1999. As for the year 2000... I put the chance at a Dracula appearance at 15%.